light. They forgot the shadow.
The kingdom of Elarion basked in an age of prosperity, its peace guarded by the unwavering Knights of the Sun. Among them, Sir Kaelen stood as the youngest and most promising, his loyalty as solid as the castle walls. But peace had made the court complacent. In the throne room, King Theodric dismissed reports of strange movements in the desolate Umberlands as mere superstition.
I have seen it with my own eyes, lords. A shadow gathers. Young knight, you see phantoms where there are none.
Kaelen voiced his concerns to the royal council, urging caution. He was met with condescending smiles and accusations of a young knight seeing phantoms. It began not with an army, but with an eclipse. As the sun vanished, so did the kingdom's magic, the very light that powered its defenses and sustained its people. From the darkened lands, the Shade Legion poured forth, not men, but creatures of living shadow and despair. The city gates, without their magic, splintered like kindling. Kaelen fought his way to the throne room, only to witness the Shade Lord, Morvan, extinguish the king's life with a touch.
Save my daughter. Save Lyra. She is the last ember.
With his dying breath, the king did not command Kaelen to avenge him, but to protect what remained. Kaelen found Princess Lyra not cowering, but arming herself in the royal armory, her jaw set with a defiance that mirrored his own. As the shadows closed in, Kaelen led Lyra through a hidden passage known only to the protectors, leaving the sounds of his kingdom's death rattle behind them. In the cold of the whispering woods, with the glow of their burning home on the horizon, the full reality of their loss settled upon them. They were alone. By day, they traveled through a land suffocated by shadow. Villages lay silent, fields were blighted, and the very air was thick with despair. Lyra mourned her people, but Kaelen bore the guilt of a protector who had failed. Every lost soul was a personal failure etched into his memory. They found a small group of survivors hiding in the mountains, starving, terrified, and broken. They saw not a princess and a knight, but ghosts of a dead world.
We will not speak of what we have lost, but of what we will rebuild. We are Elarion, and we are resilient.
Lyra began to speak, not of their loss, but of their future. She reminded them of Elarion's history, of resilience. Kaelen watched as her words kindled a tiny, fragile light in their eyes.
My life for the dawn, my lady.
Moved by her strength, Kaelen knelt before her not in a grand throne room, but in the dirt of a cave, and swore his oath anew, this time not to a princess, but to the hope she represented. An elder among the survivors spoke of a legend, the Sunstone, a relic of the first king, hidden in the lost Sunken Temple. It was the only thing that could repel the Shade Lord's darkness. Their journey to the temple was a gauntlet of the Shadowlands. The very geography had become hostile, with treacherous ground and creatures of gloom hunting them. In a rare moment of calm, Lyra tended to a deep gash on Kaelen's arm. The formality of royalty and subject had long since faded, replaced by a deep, unspoken bond. They found the temple not sunken, but perched on a peak forever locked in a magical storm, a final natural defense against the dark. The temple door was sealed not by a lock, but by a riddle.
I am born in shadow, yet I vanquish the dark. I'm sought by kings, but held by the heart. What am I?
Hope.
The door rumbled open. Inside, floating in a beam of pure sunlight, was the Sunstone, a pulsating gem that filled the chamber with warmth and banished the chill from their bones. Their triumph was short-lived. Morvan, drawn by the stone's awakening, manifested from the shadows of the temple itself. He had been waiting.
The stone! Lyra! Go!
Kaelen shouted, charging the Shade Lord. He knew he could not win this duel, but he could buy her the time she needed to escape. As Lyra fled, Kaelen made his last stand. He fought not like a knight, but like a cornered wolf, channeling every ounce of his strength, his honor, and his love for his kingdom into one final, defiant act. Lyra burst from the temple, the Sunstone held high. As if in response to her will and Kaelen's sacrifice, its power erupted, a wave of pure, cleansing light that shot across the land. The darkness was gone. The survivors emerged, blinking in the sunlight, as life slowly returned to the blighted land. Elarion was scarred, but free. They built a new statue in the main square, not of a king on a throne, but of a knight, his sword held high, facing the east, from where the shadows came and where the light returned. The Order of Knights was reborn, not as the Knights of the Sun, but as the Defenders of the Dawn. Their vow was the one Kaelen had renewed in a cave. Years later, Lyra often visited the temple. It remained a place of light and peace. She would speak to the heir, updating her silent guardian on the kingdom's progress.
We are well, Kaelen. We are well because of you.
And though his body was never found, the people swore that on the clearest of nights, a new star shone the brightest in the sky, a constant, watchful light over the kingdom he saved. And so, the story of the last defender was passed down through the ages, a reminder that even in the deepest darkness, a single spark of courage can ignite the dawn. His watch never ended.
If you've enjoyed watching until now, I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to AmouraStories so you'll never miss an update.